their fighting noise, i.e. bad music.
The alien.
They're fighting bad music with the power of good music. The power of music theory
idols.
compels you. Hello, random stranger. We're back for round 6 of guessing anime plots. And thank you all for keeping those recommendations coming. We're slowly getting through them. And look, even if I don't actually end up guessing plots, because it's quite difficult sometimes, at least we get to listen to some cool anime music that I'd never listened to normally. Yeah, and we've got Schyph here to tell me how wrong I am.
I mean, to be fair, I don't know most of the ones that were suggested, so I had to Google them and then basically be like, this anime premise, what does it say? And that's just what I'm gonna read off because I don't know most of the shows that were recommended. So
I was gonna say you could guess along with me.
Yeah, I guess I could guess too.
All right, let's get to the first track. Whoa, just key change right out of the gate with that operatic vocal. I like the energy. Ooh. Ooh. I really like that. That's a very prominent growl bass. You know, that very gritty, aggressive sound. Okay, immediately I'm thinking mech anime. Ooh. And then they have all these lighter parts too. Oh. Whoa! Oh, these key changes are wild. Damn, they got some wild strings in there as well. Huh? I'm so confused. Okay, it's mech anime, but then there are all these other really lighter retro synths too. And then they have strings. Oh, and tremolo strings. Okay. I mean, I'd almost put this into happy hardcore.
This is happy?
Yeah, happy hardcore. You know, it's very upbeat, very euphoric.
Okay.
But at the same time, it's very gritty and aggressive. I mean... and a lot of crazy key changes to amp up the tension. But at the same time, the chords are very simple. Da, 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 da. It's always whoa, except there. You're doing the whole chromatic ramp up. Oh. I really like this. Acoustic piano too. Okay. Oh, and then now it's so pretty. It's almost like when, I don't know, that Superman movie where he flies above the clouds and it's really quiet all of a sudden. And then you descend back into this craziness. And then back to this. What BPM is this? I don't know. It's definitely over 160. 180 maybe? It's very fast. Da, da. Oh, nice. I do like those funky bass lines too that they just cut in there. That's so hype. That's a great first track. If the first track wakes me up like that, that's always a good sign. Wow, well, the reason why I said I was so confused is because there's just so much freaking stuff going on. So I talked about that growl bass, you know, the growl bass that starts almost immediately. That bit. Like it's very, which I was like, okay, has to be technology-based anime or mech anime. You know, they tend to use that kind of mid-low growl bass when there's machines involved, like gears, engines. Okay. You know how when you start an engine, it's like, brum, brum, like it's that kind of puts you in that mindset. So I'm like, okay, gritty machine anime. But then at the same time, there's all these sparkly synths and just a bit later. Already here. Like a lot of ups, sort of higher pitched synths that are going crazy in the background on top of that growl bass. I think it cut out like this to a quieter acoustic, more introspective section twice in the song. Okay, what does it mean though? Okay, so I would say based on that growl bass and also the BPM, which is crazy fast, and sort of like there are a lot of like extended breakbeats as well. So breakbeats is when it's like just a lot of chopped up drum loops and very like manipulated drum loops, especially during when they transition like that.
Is that different from staccato?
Yeah, no, so we're focusing on the drum line. Okay, I think here it should be a transition. Here. Yeah, those breakbeats, extended breakbeats, which is why I'm like, oh, it's definitely a fight mech anime. Or at least something futuristic. Techy, involving really high-tech weapons and stuff. And I feel like the energy of it fits like an anime involving lots of battles and fighting. But then based on that very happy hardcore sound, so happy hardcore, I mean, it's like a very broad genre, but it's like these very uplifting melodies with these super bright synths, and also, what are they called? Like the use of trance arpeggios. If you notice, like in the higher pitch of the synths, it's kind of always going. Actually, we heard some there, like arpeggios. Whoop. Yeah, so you hear that higher part? Yeah. Just runs down the scale in arpeggios. Yeah, so a lot of those as well, which actually makes me think of like girl anime. Like
why
these are
girl anime?
Unfortunately, I'm just kind of applying the law of anime music tropes. I think if it was a co-ed or an all-male cast who are these mech fighters that I'm assuming they are, I think there'd be much less sparkly sounds and maybe like a lot heavier synths and a lot heavier rock guitar elements. And also the quieter parts wouldn't be so sentimental, I guess. Like, I mean, what was that second part where it cuts out into, here. Like, you've got soaring strings. It's so intimate. So, like, you know what? I am a believer that music across all genres should be used for everything equally, but, you know, there are certain stereotypes that keep popping up where they'll use certain sounds for certain casts or certain types of anime, and I'm thinking, because it's both at once gritty and elegant, it must be girls who kick ass. And then applying the growl bass theory, it's like girls who kick ass using mech. Yeah. That's my theory. You know, I also have a cheat
Nice.
code because it really reminds me of scientific railgun, a certain
Oh,
scientific
yep.
railgun. Like it's that sort of sounds and
Vibe.
arrangement too. Maybe that is
Yeah.
cheating because I have a reference point, but that's what I think.
Anything else?
Yeah, actually, there's a lot of stuff in this one. I'm quite surprised. There's a lot of reverb in this, like a lot of
Mm.
reverb on each of the layered tracks, whether it's the vocals or the synths or the bass. And I felt like it gave the whole piece the idea that whatever fight or war is going on, it takes place in this enormous physical space. That's what that echo is giving me. Maybe it's like land, sea, air.
Okay.
Maybe it's even a space anime. That would be really cool. But yeah, I actually want to go back to when it cuts out to the really intimate vocal acoustic parts. You notice in these immediate cutouts, yeah, for a few seconds during that transition, the echoes of the synths, like the electronic synths, they kind of linger and then they overlap over to the more stripped back acoustic sounds. So you kind of get an interesting mishmash of both of those worlds clashing. And I'm guessing that that kind of points to this duality between machines and humans. Because in mech anime, as far as I know, the line between machine and human is often blurred. And I know there's always a struggle of characters with their dual nature, like unsure of whether they're more machine, which is like represented by the really fast-paced electronic frantic instruments, or whether they're more human, which is like represented by the really intimate vocals and the acoustic piano and strings. So I feel like where they contrasted that between those two sections reflected that conflict. I don't think that's a very high-minded guess though, because in those types of animes, that always tends to be that kind of conflict. Am I more machine or
We'll
more human?
find out.
Yeah. Oh, actually, before we move on, sorry, I did want to make a
Mm.
note about the key changes because they were
Oh, yeah.
like just happening every couple of bars and I couldn't even keep up. All right, let's check out the chords. I mean, let's just start from the beginning because I think a lot of the key changes happened there and then they just repeated them in the same sequence. Immediately, it's like F sharp minor. Whoops. And then 1, 6, 7, 1, 6, 7, 1. So it's just going home to the 1 chord. And then as soon as those vocals came in, we changed keys to E flat minor. So that's also 6, 7, 1. Alright, stay in E flat for a while. E flat minor. I think we change at the chorus. Four, 5, 1. So again, it's a very going home sort of a chord progression. It doesn't matter what key we're in. We're going through all of these like 50 billion different key changes. But the core thing is we're always going either 6, 7, 1 or 4, 5, 1. So yeah, it's just a very strong sense of home, which tells me it's not just like kick-ass girl fighters, but very young kick-ass girl fighters. It's like either it's an anime whose heroes are quite young or it's aimed at a very young audience or both, you know, because quarterly it's actually very simple. You can't have too much complexity, you know, for a show that's aimed at a younger audience. But the constant key changes is where all the action and all the energy comes in. So it's kind of like that steps in to pump up the excitement. So it's a very it's very complex in the instrumentation, but very simple quarterly. There's only so much tension you can build with these repetitive going home progressions. And so they use key changes and stuff to substitute. And I also have this sense that with anime that's aimed at younger audiences, they tend to really want stronger home resolutions. It's more simple, but it's exciting all the same. It's less
Okay.
moral complexity, or maybe less.
It's
No, I
like
take
fighting
that
evil guys,
back.
kinda.
Yeah, kind of. But who knows? Maybe this is actually a very adult anime and I'm just, again, shooting off in the dark. Yeah, that's what I get from the chords itself. Yep, that's it. I think I
That's
spoke
it.
way too much, but there's just a lot in
No, no,
this,
it's
and I'm very
great.
glad. Yeah. Actually, I very much
Yeah.
enjoyed listening to that and picking all the different parts. Yeah.
So this song was suggested by 2 people, Adyen and Skylar Snowsong, so pushed it
Ha.
up the list.
Yay.
So do you wanna know what it's from?
Yeah.
It's from Symphogear, which I think your
Uh,
Discord server probably mentioned it before, I feel like.
Symphogear. Well, it has the word
Yeah,
gear in it,
yes.
so all right with the mech stuff.
We'll watch the opening to see how
Okay.
much of your guesses are right.
Symphogear opening in three,
Yep.
two, one, play. I mean, they look pretty young and badass. Oh, it's the character singing that vocal. Wow, they look like primary school. Do they have to wear those goofy dresses to fight? It looks quite angsty though. Quite dark. Even though they look so young and innocent. Oh, what? They all sing? Wait, what is this? Are they fighting mech idols? Oh, wait. So they've got their head with it. Wait, what? Is this a music anime? Oh. Ah, that's. Wait. I wasn't just seeing things right when they're like having a bit of an idol concert and then they just go up and fight. Because I was like, at first I thought this girl was picking up a gun, like here.
Mm. Yeah.
But then it's like actually it's a singing mic. So I don't know. How does that? I guess they're just like they're full-time idol, part-time idols, part-time fighting these terrible monsters in these pretty cool suits that they have,
You're
while
on the right
they
track.
wear headphones and listen to music while they fight. This is going crazy. That's awesome.
Do you want me to read what Google says?
Yeah?
Well, there's 2 idols, and they battle against an alien race known as Noise using armor known as Symphogear, which uses the power of music to counteract the noise's destructive capability. So
That
yes,
whoa, whoa,
idols
whoa, whoa.
saying mech fighting.
So they're fighting noise, i.e.,
Yes,
bad
the
music.
alien.
They're fighting bad music with the power of good music. That
Yes,
is,
I guess so.
it sounds like something I would write if I was like, a 10-year-old and I was writing fanfic, because that was,
Oh
when
my
I was in that
god.
crazy music phase. I'm like, oh, there's so much bad music out there. Someone needs to do something about it. And then like, this is what happens. That's crazy. Amazing. I love it. Thank you. Thank you, those who recommended this. It's so wild.
Yeah. From my understanding is that they'll have a lot of insert songs because they use the power of music to fight. To like power
Yeah.
up their mech suit, I think, to fight.
Oh, wow. The power of
They're
music
also
theory
idols.
compels you. That's
Yeah.
amazing. So there's two, I mean, there's three, four of them. So there's two main ones, but then it seems like other
There's
girl
other
idol
characters.
fighters join them later, but these are the main two. And they have full on like transformation scenes, I guess, because it seems like,
Yeah.
yeah, while they sing.
One of the blurb said magical girl as well, so it's like kind of along the line of like there is transformation, but they use like mech suits, I think.
Oh, that's crazy. That's a really cool
Yeah.
concept. Man, they must
I'm
have
pretty
a
sure.
billion
Oh, yeah.
songs. I mean, I don't know how many seasons this ran for, but even
Oh,
just
I think there's a lot. One of the Kofi suggestors said there's like 5 seasons or something.
with, I don't know, because I'm just thinking, well, K-On! As a series that, you know, had quite a few songs, that was already like, I don't know, running up to 40, 50 songs, and then you had like the extra ones on top of that. So this must have a huge catalog of songs as well.
I would assume so,
I'm
yeah.
so curious. I wonder if they cross genres as well, or if they kind of stay in this sort of electro, EDM, hardcore sort of genre.
Yeah.
Badass.
You
That's
just
really
gotta
badass.
watch to find out.
Yeah. Ready for track 2.
3, 2, 1.
消えて夢の花が黄色く咲いて時になる傷だらけの願いを超えて君を
Ooh. Those glassy violins sound great, but her voice? What an interesting timbre. You don't hear that every day.
Like a cries kind of sound.
Yeah, just like those what do you call it? Voice cracks? Or like half a crack, not a full crack. Ooh. Ooh. Da-da-da-da. That's just a voice of pain. Absolute pain. Ooh, I love that slide. That violin does sound so good. Like a real one. It's a real violin. Yep. Ooh. Oh, wow. Whoa. Ah, that was such a cool section. Wait, note that. 2-minute mark. Okay. Wait, before we go on, that was so cool how they transitioned from mostly acoustic, and then I feel like her voice is doing such a great job at pulling all of these disparate instruments together. Like that voice is remaining the central focal point of everything else that's going on. I mean, I guess the mixing is really good, but also there's something about her voice that kind of makes you focus on it, and then everything else around it is the support. Which is how it should be, but sometimes, yeah, sometimes when there's a lot going on in the arrangement of the instruments, the voice gets sort of flooded over. Yeah. Kind of just minimalist instrumentation. That was cool. Oh, when she jumps up that that octave. Whoa. Ah. Yeah, it's kind of like what you said. It's wailing at points. Oh, I was wondering if she's going to go up the octave there, because we did key change, didn't we? Da -da -da -da. Boom, boom, Bum, bum. Oh. Whoa. Oh, wait, what? They key changed for just the last 2 bars? I don't know if I like that, but oh man. Okay, everything up to that point was fantastic. That's
Maybe
fine.
it means
Personal choice. What, those last 2 bars?
Yeah, yeah.
Pain, max pain. I want to die because it's so painful. I've ascended, but it's still painful. I don't know what that would mean.
Maybe it's like you thought there was change, but actually nothing has changed because you reverted back to like the beginning key.
Right.
I don't know.
The cycle of pain begins anew.
Yeah.
Oh god,
Like you
how
haven't resolved anything.
depressing. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I could guess at plot points, but I will highly praise that voice. It's not a voice you hear very often to be able to do those voice cracks. You know, it's interesting because normally vocalists put in these voice cracks at sort of the song's emotional peak to I guess accentuate or punctuate some
Like
sort
contrast.
of some sort of peak narrative turning point in the song. But the voice cracks in this song are just constant. I mean, they started right off the bat. Yeah, voice cracks immediately are just like, oh, that's just so raw emotion compared to like say very polished vocals. I guess they give you a sense of real vulnerability. So I don't know the anime, but then I feel like it's just a very blanket statement. Oh, this anime is about struggle and growth and emotional difficulty. True, maybe it's easier to be like what this isn't. Like it's not a Nichijou, it's not a K-on, it's not even idly. Yeah, no, it's just pain. I do love that they didn't pitch correct. Yeah, maybe a tragedy. Just all ends, especially that last 2 bars. Death is not the end. Death is just the continuation of pain. I did like that they did not pitch correct a lot of those vocal jumps. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I love how it's just so raw. Not just the emotion, but also in the pitching, like da, and then it kind of wavers into more pain.
Yeah.
Even that da da da, that probably octave interval jump. Yeah, da 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 da. Had it been many other songs, they would have pitch corrected that to like bang on like the octave. Yep. But you can't, it just kind of lands a little bit, it's not even bad. Like it's actually, this is what singing is meant to be like. It's that, the rawness of it, not inhibited by pitch correction.
And don't you think that if they pitch corrected her voice, it wouldn't sound great?
No, and the
way that she sings.
Agree.
You can't.
Yeah, I think it's the imperfections in the voice that mirror what it is to be human. Like it's so bloody hard to be human in this world. And it's not a weakness. It's the exposure of true vulnerability. Now, I'm not saying that everyone who sings because this isn't singing out of tune. This is just singing like a human. So I don't want it is possible to sing out of tune and be like, oh God, that's actually not meant to sound like that. But this is just, it's totally meant to sound like this. No, I think that's a big part of why I was very engaged with this song, because I think I was just so concentrated on the emotion that was coming through the voice. It's quite rare. I don't know.
It's not common to hear this type of voice, and I guess it's like normally this kind of voice would be off-putting, like if it's like the whole song. But she, like, I don't know whether it's because of composition or whether she just sings.
I feel like the arrangement complemented the vocals super well. I mean, even this, like, where was it? Was it before the chorus or during the chorus? There's kind of like a halftime feel.
I think what helped was also instrumentals weren't overpowering. Like sometimes there's too much wall of sound or like there's too much instrumentals in the background. Whereas I feel like for this song, her voice is like the central,
Yeah.
thing to focus on. And I think that gives it that grit. Whereas if it's already like that gritty kind of sound, and then you also have like gritty backings, and it's just like it's clashy.
Yeah. No, they did the mix really well. Is this the chorus? This is the pre-chorus, and
No,
then this
the
is the chorus.
pre-chorus.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the drum snares coming in instead of the 2 and the 4s coming in on the 3 and the 7 across 2 bars instead of the 2 and 4 across 1 bar. If that makes sense. 1, 2, 3, 7, and then I think it reverts back to the 2/4 backbeat. 2, 4, 2, 4. Yeah, so I loved how at the start of that chorus, the drums step back to go back to the halftime, and then it really just lets her vocals smash through with that emotion before it reverts back to the 2/4 backbeat. So it just makes the music feel slower. It slows down time, but the emotion is just as raw. So you get the fuller impact of that when she goes, when she wails. That was really cool.
Yeah.
I think they did a lot of little things like that throughout the instrumentation. Obviously the strings, which I loved. My god, that slide on the violin was perfect. Because, you know, the actually the slides in the violin, it actually mirrors the vocals. The way that the vocals will sometimes slide. Yeah, da 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 da. It's doing the portamento, so it's like the pitch is also sliding around everywhere. I loved how they did that too. When the electric guitar came in. Brr. It's so gritty. Brr. It's just everything's sliding. And I love it because it all points towards a central theme of raw vulnerability and imperfection. I really like that.
And I felt like we haven't really heard the electric guitar like that throughout the whole piece until there.
Kept it.
Came in. Yeah.
That is arrangement. That's bloody good arrangement.
You want to know what it's from?
Yeah.
Or is there anything else that you want to
No,
talk about?
I mean, just pain. I would love to know what it is
So-
about. Like, I don't think I could, you know, specifically point out anything else.
I have, again, not a show that I've seen before, so I'm basing this off Google,
Which is
premise.
fine.
The show is called Mobile Suit Gundam.
Gundam?
Which from, the robot mech.
Yeah. Oh, another mech one.
Mech
Okay.
series. Yeah. The Witch from Mercury. So it says that it is set in a future where corporations control space colonization. It follows a story of Suletta Mercury, a young girl from the planet Mercury who enrolls in a prestigious tech school on the planet, where she pilots a new type of mobile suit called Gundam with a unique gun format. I don't know what that means. Some system allows for a deep mind-body connection, navigating the complex power dynamics and corporate conflicts within the space society while facing personal challenges and moral dilemmas relating to her new power.
Damn, that's deep.
That's
That's
really long plot.
It's like full on sprawling galaxy, corporate corruption, technology.
Power struggle.
Amazing.
Yeah. And
Whoa.
also personal stuff too. So there's like the societal problems, and then there's also the personal, moral, conflicts and challenges there.
No,
Really
so I could
interesting show to
see,
watch.
right, well, there you go. There's the source of pain. It's just, this is real world suffering.
Yeah.
But conveyed in story anime form.
So this one's suggested by two people again, by Madison and Lee. Thank you for the suggestion. And we should probably watch the opening. Actually, no, it's not an opening. It's the ending song. It's a second ending song. 3, 2, 1.
Why is she a witch, though?
I don't know.
Is that herself or someone else? That's her fighting suit.
I guess so.
Oh! Oh, they're integrating. Oh! Oh wow, she's conducting everything. That's so cool. Ah. I love how her movements are like on time with the beat. It's extra satisfying.
The art looks phenomenal. Oh, that's the other girl, I guess.
Oh, they're not gonna end up together, are they? Oh, I'm so sad.
Maybe it's like she has to kill the other person, but she's actually in love with the other person.
Right, like opposite sides of the corporate wars or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know how
maybe.
their politics work, but
I don't know.
I'm already so sad. I haven't even watched this show. Yeah, no, I loved the. Okay, obviously my favorite part was when she did the conducting. Everything.
Yes.
I just want to watch that again.
Oh, the art was so well done. Just like the style.
Yeah. That's such a painful, like, I know this is her like fusing into the Gundam suit mech. It's just such a violent, like, you're gonna tear the heart out of you and then you become powerful fighter. Again, it must be that conflict again. Like, how much of yourself do you lose to become the person you have to be? Or society says you have to be. Yeah. But there's a human connection. Okay, this is what she's like, flinging everything around to the beat perfectly. There's a lot of her. Okay. I love that they're like the nucleus of the universe and everything's flying around them. But they're only focused on each other. Yeah, it looks like such an interesting relationship to watch develop. Man, I hope they. No, I'd love to watch it if just to see how, because I always love it when there is like politics and on a mass scale and, you know, societal issues and problems, but then it's sort of centered around two people and them maintaining this connection to each other, and through that maintaining their humanity is what I feel like this song is meant to be conveying. I don't know.
I thought you were gonna say it looks like there's YOUU. I will watch
Oh,
it.
I mean that too, but I mean that's part of it as well.
Add it to your list. Wait, is this on your list? I actually don't remember.
I don't know. I don't recollect.
Well, maybe you should go.
It is now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It will be there now.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go for track 3.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
Ooh. I've heard this voice before.
You have. Now
it's because it's so distinctive. Yeah. The guy who raps insanely fast with incredible articulation. But is also actually an amazing singer as well. Master of all trades. Ooh. Why does he have so many cool songs? Oh, that's cute. his voice is the timbre of his voice is just immediately recognizable. It's almost like he adds a slight yodel on some parts. It's not even a yodel, what should I call it? Like super frantic way of singing. The brass sounds really good. And that jazz piano. I really love the double bass line as well. Yeah. And very much a live band sounding sort of track. They have these like late night chill vibes. I love how you can hear the reverb of the string flux. And then we're back to this franticness. So itchy. Nice. Yeah. Nice and sweet. I love the use of brass. They intercepted like his vocal line so well. I just want to listen to that instrumental again. It's almost like we immediately zoomed into or went inside a really like intimate like late night jazz club because you could hear everything. The slap against the double bass, like the wooden part. Yeah, that was really cool. Yeah, I love when you can hear the strings. This is a really cool song. I don't know if I can squeeze any anime plot predictions out of that. It's just, it's very frantic.
What genre do you think?
Oh, it's definitely like modern city feel. It's quite frantic, but then I loved how they just inserted this. Suddenly you're just like, whoa, all of the, you know, everything that was going on like in the background, like the jazz, the drum, the percussion, it just all shrunk down into just this nice double bass bit. If I had to hazard a guess, it's just like frantic city life, like just adults trying to adult. I don't know, I feel like we all relate. I mean, what if once you get out into the real world and you get a job and all that, it's like your brain just can't stop. I feel like that was this whole song. I don't know, this singer has a particular way of making us feel like really like, the whole time. Which is really cool. But then just, you suddenly forced to just like, I don't know, you know when it's like the middle of the night and it's just really quiet and you just suddenly realize that it's all quiet. Yeah. But your brain still can't really stop. I don't know. It's a brief moment of respite and then it goes back to the crazy. Like here you're like, okay. And then you wake up in the morning, it all starts again. I don't know. Just adulting. I don't know what this anime is about. Someone who can't stop thinking about life and the next job, the next task. Can we reveal it now? I don't think you're going to get any more out of me.
Well, the series name is called Core of the Night. So you got the night aspect.
Well, I mean, who wouldn't get late night chill vibes from that part? Just that one part.
I think we'll just have to watch the opening and see what you gather.
Okay. This is walking in an orchard full of apple trees. Meets a girl who kidnaps him. And he's a crap dancer. Okay. Like me. Okay, she's... Wait, is she a vampire? She just saw the teeth. Oh. Oh, it is like, oh, that's city life.
Mm.
I mean, they all definitely look like very tired teenagers. Life has got to them early. Ooh. Oh. Oh, I see. It is about vampires and being turned into one. Hence the nightlife. Oh, Creepy Nuts. That's the guy. That's the artist's name.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the artist. The one that's playing.
That was so cool. And we watched his
Nashville.
Yeah, and we watched the first take version as well, which is insane. Yeah, I really like him. So it seems like this guy, this main character guy, he's just kind of a bit lost. Maybe he's just done with life and he's a bit bored. And then I guess his life changes when he gets turned into a vampire. I don't know if she immediately turns him into one though. Kind of seems like she's one of those friendly ones that kind of gives you a choice, maybe. Actually, no, it doesn't. Not in the end. It seems like she kind of does it on the fly. And he doesn't even know.
Yeah, or just for fun.
But maybe it seems like he's just the kind that wouldn't mind being turned into a vampire just so that something would happen that's different.
Yeah.
And this bunch of teenagers who are just watching, they're just all... Look at how... I mean, I don't know if they're teenagers. Maybe they're a bit older, like young adults. They all kind of look like they're in work
than the
clothes.
main character.
Right.
Yeah. I think only the main character looks like he's probably still in school.
Yeah, they all
look a little bit older.
They all have that like tired look about them, like they've definitely gone out into the workforce for at least a year.
Yeah.
And they're like,
or they're students that have to work, you know, like
right, just to
they're
pay
forced to work because of financial
rent.
Situations.
Their little Matchbox place. Isn't it so funny? Like this style of song, you know, jazzy, modern city sort of music. Immediately it's like, oh, tired, urban, crowded, meaningless life. It's so sad. I think that's the connection that I make. That maybe that's just me though.
Maybe you're like, this is what I listen to when I'm like exhausted from work.
It's true.
Go home and play this.
Yeah, it's escapism, you know? It's like, it's so happy and like dancey and just so not real life.
Do you want to hear the premise?
Yep.
So the main character is an average middle school student who struggles with grasping the complex concept of love. Because he sees little sense in surrendering to the norm, he soon stops going to school. Plagued with insomnia due to his idleness, he begins roaming the lonesome streets at night. And then he encounters the other girl who is a vampire. And then he wishes to be turned into a vampire.
Oh, so he wishes it. Okay. Oh, I mean, middle schooler, that's a bit young to be thinking about love and the meaning of life, right? I don't know. Maybe it's not young anymore.
I mean, it's like instead of middle life crisis, it's middle school crisis.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, how bad must life be for you to be like, yeah, I think becoming a vampire is probably my best shot. You get tasting life. Wow. Very modernist anime.
Actually, wait, let me just read. Sorry. Maybe it's not him wishing. I'm just reading another synopsis. So I might be wrong. Someone correct me in the comments because I'm just reading the plot summary. I think the vampire just like bites his neck.
I mean, that's what it definitely looks like. At the end, it's just a friendly hug.
He thought that he will turn into a vampire. Apparently, he was told that he doesn't get turned. He'll only turn if he falls in love with a vampire, and then he becomes a vampire, and then he made that his goal. I guess. I don't get it. I'm reading this. I'm just like,
well,
what?
That's a twist then, I guess. You can only turn if you actually love the vampire who bit you.
Yeah.
Oh, hence the falling, all that falling in the lyrics and in the visuals and stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, melodically it is falling too, I guess, but not very, very far. Yeah.
Doesn't go up.
Hang on, what that falling part? What's happening in the falling part? Oh yeah, it's kind of going up and down, yeah. No, yeah, it's just saying. I mean, kind of, yeah. Anyway.
I mean, his world is like being flipped upside down in the visuals, so
right. So falling is actually going up.
Falling upwards.
Yeah. Falling upwards, failing upwards. Nice. That's different. That's different to the other two. I enjoyed that one too.
Yeah. So that one was suggested by Random Thorn to help with the merch funds that I need to fill up your background. As you can see, there are more things.
We've got a room to populate.
Thank you.
Still got lots of space. Yeah. So. Okay, should we go to the next one?
Next one, let's go.
Whoa. Ooh.
Does it remind you of the Nier boss yet?
Yes, the glitchiness. Oh, and the operatic vocals.
Oh, I meant the visuals.
Oh.
Adam and Eve. White hair and they were naked. And there's all these strings. Sorry.
Oh. I mean, the music itself is reminding me very much of Nier Automata. Nice. Yeah, it's a very nice combo of like strings and just hard rock guitar. Da, da. And the use of the the vocals, like the soprano, super near, but also like very like machine-like sound effects and stuff that they integrate into there. Man, it's so intense. Ooh. I love how the strings arrangement is different every time that repeats. Going home. Whoa! Oh, that was weird. 325. That's very nice chromatic bass line going down. Eh?
And if I could be with you forever.
Music box. Oh, are we sure this isn't from Nia? That's very
It's not.
the drama of it. I mean, it's not just the drama. It's like the scale. I don't even. At first, I thought it might have been like a pentatonic, but it's not.
Sorry, I feel like I have like accidentally influenced you by mentioning Neil.
Well, no, I would have thought Nia anyway, especially when the operatic vocal came in. D flat minor of some kind, but it's not the classical minors. It's not the harmonic. But it's not the melodic either, because there's no... I'm pretty sure there wasn't C in there. It's not the natural minor, because there was the B flat. But then there's a B flat. I'm very confused.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, that's the interesting one. Da, 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 da. That B natural is really tripping me up. Da, 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 da. So it actually has not just the E flat to the E natural, it's the B flat to the B natural in the same scale. It's like a weird... So it's not a pentatonic, because there's too many other notes that are coming in. It's not the Japanese, straight up Japanese pentatonic scales.
Could it be the
octatonic? Maybe. I think maybe it's just a hybrid, like it's a hybrid scale that incorporates elements of Japanese traditional scales with those chromatic, like chromatic steps blended with like Western. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, it makes it really intriguing to listen to. A lot of Neo music is like that too. I think they use a lot of interesting chromatic alterations and blending to make music that doesn't fit neatly into any one type of scale, which is really cool. I think the drama that was in the melody and the music, it reminded me a lot of Chinese ballads.
Ancient China, like the Imperial Palace and...
Yeah, really like ostentatious settings. A lot of political intrigue. The reason why I think of, ancient Chinese political intrigue battles is because of the piano. Just that arpeggio, that D flat minor arpeggio. So not only did they blend like scales, I think, but they also, well, they just had these weird glitchy effects that was just scattered in there. Yeah, now I can't get Nia out of my head because it's like, it's kind of like that feel as well. You know, you're wielding a samurai sword, but you're also a flying mech kind of feeling. Especially that part, it kind of gave me a bit of a shock. Yeah, that! It's the peak of the melody. Da-da! She sings that, and then whatever that sound comes in. Yeah. Not random glitchiness, it's just kind of stashed in there at various places.
Like random in terms of it feels out of place according to the song.
Well, I don't know.
Or like you wouldn't expect that instrument.
Yeah, you wouldn't expect that sound effect, but it's also like it kind of fits because the whole song is a bit of a mishmash of classical and modern instruments and classical and modern scales or notes. Like it doesn't really fit in to one neat category. Oh, and yeah, just comment on the imagery. I don't even know. It's super confronting. I mean, it's like I can't stop looking at it, but yeah, I don't know what feeling I'm meant to. Just very very conflicted.
What are your thoughts on the show, though? What do you think the show is about?
It's an anime that blends different either time periods together, or it's the technology mixed with ancient style fighting kind of anime. Super dramatic. Like, it has to be an epic, right? Some sort of epic anime where a lot of grand battles take place. You've got lots of different groups going against each other. It's like war on a mass scale. And sad? I don't know. There's such a sadness in the vocals. And the airiness in the vocals, like, it's very reflective, really sad. But then it has to harden itself for like the later, more harder parts. Yeah, I don't know, just pain, like the other one, like a different kind of
Like
pain, but it's still pain.
Yeah. All right, do you want to know what it's from?
Yeah.
It's actually from Overlord, from the Isekai show.
What? The
Yeah.
skeleton guy? I'm not the skeleton guy. The
Yeah,
no,
the
it's a
thing.
lich skeleton. Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
So,
Wasn't that a
also,
game?
well,
The
okay,
flamenco
I was
one. What?
yeah, the flamenco one. Yeah. So a lot of commenters have corrected me, being like, actually, they weren't stuck in the game, apparently. He was stuck in his game avatar, but him and his NPCs are like transported to a different world. So it's not the game world, supposedly.
Oh.
So that's why it's also isekai, if I got that right. Correct me if I'm wrong again.
I'm surprised.
Also,
I had the impression that that was like more of a fun, happy-go-lucky, a bit like whimsical anime.
yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
I don't know because I haven't watched it. So
Okay, that's really cool.
I guess maybe there's like a lot of different factions, because
No,
remember when we
definitely.
watched the opening, it was like all these different factions. So I can imagine an epic battle as well.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
this one is suggested by Adyen again. Thank you very much. And
Yay.
their comment also mentioned that this is sung by Myth and Royd, which is
Oh,
the singer
yes.
for Saga of Tanya the Evil.
Yep. I remember them.
Yeah.
Because I loved the colors in her voice. They're a band, but the vocalist is the main, like, there's only one main vocalist, I guess. Yeah.
I think so, probably. I'm not too familiar.
Yeah.
Someone can tell us in the comments. They think Hydra is their best song. I'm sure other people may disagree, but
I mean, it's a
sounds amazing.
strong song. No, I think I appreciated the orchestral arrangement more than anything. Like the drama that they built into the strings and the integration of the modern instruments like the electric guitar. I love when they do that well. Like strings and rock go really well together.
This is actually the second season's ending song. Shall we watch it?
Yeah. I just want to know. I'm so intrigued that this anime could have this sort of drama in it. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, that explains the glitch. That was the one you said looked
that's
evil.
Evil, yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say. It's definitely that evil princess looking character.
Ah, so satisfying. Like thorns. Prison of Thorns. Ooh. Oh. it's such a different aspect than what I remember I got from the opening, like the flamenco opening. I was like, oh, what a fun show. And then now it's like, okay, now I'm having second thoughts. Yeah.
We didn't see the Lich King at all in these shots.
No, but maybe it's
Right?
just
Yeah.
maybe it has great development of other characters outside of the main
Yeah.
guy. It's like a
It could be like a
cast
big
anime.
cast. Yeah.
That's
Mm.
really cool. That's depth,
Yeah.
at least in the music anyway. Yeah. Okay, thank you everyone for
Thank you for your
just joining us
suggestions.
to chill. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you to those who suggested songs, and we'll try and do more in the coming weeks and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. Anyway, take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.
Bye.